Today I'm going to show you how to heal your digestion naturally. I'm a naturopath, I worked in detox centers, and I have helped so many people getting their digestion back to normal. In this video, we'll look into the common symptoms of a bad digestion, and I will tell you 5 easy things you can do to heal your digestion naturally. Have you ever asked yourself why we think it's normal to feel like crap after a meal? Why bloating, gas, acid reflux, and constipation are now so common that we believe that they are part of our digestion? We could not be more far from the truth. Digestive problems are the symptoms of our poor diets and our lack of knowledge in the field of nutrition. We eat too much processed foods, fatty foods, and industrial sugars. We don't ask where our food comes from, we don't read labels, and we buy whatever is available at the grocery store, and we will just devour any food that is served to us in the newest trendy restaurant. We make sure our tummies are full at all times, and we trust the food industry that is telling us that bacon is good for us. So let's look at the common symptoms of a bad digestion. Constipation is usually described as having less than 3 bowel movements per week. I think that if you're having less than 1 to 3 bowel movements per day, you are suffering from constipation. We should go to the bathroom as often as we eat food, or at least have a good elimination daily. Constipation also consists of having lumpy or hard stools that are usually difficult to pass. Constipation is usually caused by a diet that is low in fiber, so a meat-based diet. Or if you're getting little or no physical activity, or if you're not drinking enough water, or taking certain medications like antidepressants. There are also health conditions that can provoke constipation, like diabetes, pregnancy, thyroid problems, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, a spinal cord injury, depression, and stroke. Bloating and gassiness are not symptoms that we experience occasionally. More than 10% of people suffer from bloating regularly. Usually this is caused by eating habits, like overeating, or eating fatty foods, or eating too fast. Gassiness is often the cause of bloating. Intestinal gas is either caused by swallowing air or by our gut bacteria who are digesting our food. If the GI tract is not able to move the air, then gas accumulates in the intestines and provoke bloating. Certain foods can also cause bloating. Beans contain sugars that must be broken down by our gut bacteria, causing more gassiness. Cruciferous vegetables like cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflower contain starches that may cause gassiness in certain people. Whole grains contain a lot of fiber, so it can also cause gassiness. However, we should not stop eating whole grains, beans, and vegetables because they make us fart a little. They also contain important nutrients that the body needs, and they can prevent many of our common diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. On the other hand, the industrial sugars that are added to processed foods can be very difficult to digest, and they provide no nutrients, so they should be avoided. Dairy products also provoke intolerances or allergies in 75% of the population. Milk is the lactation of a large bovine animal. It is not meant for human consumption, and it is not necessary for our health. Having heartburn is like having a burning pain from the stomach to the chest or even up into your throat. There is a valve at the entrance of the stomach called the sphincter that closes when food passes through. If it doesn't close properly, the acids produced in the stomach can come up in the esophagus and cause heartburn and acid reflux. It's like a bitter tasting acid in the mouth. The common risk factor for heartburn and acid reflux include being overweight, overeating, laying down after a meal, eating before bedtime, drinking alcohol, sodas, or caffeine, smoking, being pregnant, and eating fatty food. Heartburn can cause other symptoms like bloating, burping, hiccups, and nausea. So I'm going to tell you 5 things that you can do to heal your digestive system naturally. Your digestion starts in your mouth, so take the time to chew. It sounds stupid, but most people do not chew their food properly. Anything that you don't chew, your stomach will need to do it for you. You should also eat and drink slowly to avoid swallowing air. Take the time to enjoy your meal. Be aware of the smell, the texture, the taste of the food. Try to eat when you are in the right state of mind. Don't eat when you're angry or sad, because your digestive system can be affected from it and not function properly. Processed and fatty foods can create inflammation in the body. You should avoid them and replace them with real food, nutrient-rich whole plant foods. Processed foods are not nutritious, and they contain preservatives, artificial flavors, coloring, and other chemicals we know nothing about. Artificial sweeteners can disturb the balance of the gut flora, so it's best to avoid them completely. You should read labels carefully and choose fresh and organic vegetables, beans, grains, fruits, nuts and seeds, and if you eat meat, buy organic. Eliminate dairy products from your diet. Baby cow growth fluid is not meant for human. All the proteins, fats, sugars, and natural growth hormones in the milk are designed for another species. So don't drink milk. Gluten is also responsible for allergic reactions in those who suffer from digestive issues. Avoiding it for a while can help you heal faster. If you have used antibiotics, birth control, drugs, or alcohol, chances are that your gut flora has been affected. An unhealthy gut flora slows down your digestion and weakens your immune system. The microbes living in your gut are very important. Every day, scientists discover new things about these microorganisms. Did you know that our digestive system contains more than 100 trillion bacteria? Whether they're good or bad, those microbes are part of an ecosystem that regulates your digestion, so taking care of them is a good idea. When your microbiome is unhealthy, you may not assimilate all the nutrients from the food that you eat. You may also suffer from constipation. So taking probiotics daily is a good way to heal your digestion. You can consume probiotic supplements or foods that contain probiotic like kimchi, sauerkraut, miso, or kefir. To choose a probiotic, you want to look at how many different strains of probiotics there are in the bottle. You also want to aim for a high amount of active bacteria. The capsules should contain at least 10 billion CFU or more. Look at the expiry date and make sure that they're not too old. As soon as the capsules leave the manufacturer, the probiotics start dying. So keeping them in the fridge will slow down that process. So look for the ones that have not been on the shelves for a year. I'll leave a link below the video for the probiotics that I use. Water is needed for healthy digestion. You need it to break down solid food, to absorb nutrients, and to form stools. If you don't drink enough water, it can lead to dehydration, low blood pressure, and constipation. You should drink at least 60 ounces of water daily, and you should drink throughout the day. Don't drink while you're eating, drink before and after a meal. Colon cleansing can really help your digestion. Flushing the colon with water can eliminate a blockage that was causing constipation for a long time. Many people suffer from having impacted feces in their colon. These people will experience immediate relief after a colon cleanse. A good detox also demands that you rest your digestive system and let it heal. So fasting and colon cleansing is the best way to rest the intestines and focus your body's energy on healing. I'll leave the link for my 7-day detox and colon cleanse kit. If you have questions or comments, leave them below and I'll make sure to answer you. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.